Hey, what's up guys? My name's Tommy and I'll be playing some Call of Duty World War II, and I'm going to be telling some stories as well because I really like telling stories and I thought it would be something new, so yeah. I gotta keep this like under 9 minutes, so I really hope I can keep it under 9 minutes. So throughout my life I've been through some crazy shit. I've seen some crazy shit. I'm only 17 years old, but I definitely experienced things where teenagers should not experience. And I really think life is all about experience whatsoever, so I really appreciate those experiences as well. And I'm thankful for those experiences because it gave me a whole new perspective to look at life. And so yeah, I'm not bored. That's the best thing about it, right? Anywho, one of the most life-changing stories that I have to tell is probably a ghost story, or more of a spirit story. I'm not sure, whatever you guys want to decide. I experienced this about 2 years ago. So it starts off basically, me and my friends are just hanging out on like a summer night, and we had nothing better to do. Like teenagers nowadays, what do you usually do? You get drunk, you smoke weed, you hang out, play video games or whatever. And well, in this friend group I was hanging out with, they believed in spirits, these people, and they believed in spirits a lot, which is perfectly cool with me. I'm not a very spiritual person. I don't believe in any ghosts, or I don't believe in religion or anything like that. I know, not to offend anybody, but I just don't believe in anything like that. So, and I just remember we were really hungry. We had the munchies, obviously, and we went to go eat. Or we went to go get Wendy's, and it was about 11 o'clock at night on a Saturday night. Yeah, it was a Saturday night. And I just remember we were really hungry, and we went to Wendy's, which is about like 20 minutes away from my friend's house where I was playing video games and stuff. So we went to go get food, and it was just me and a friend. I'm not going to make any names because I'm not the type of person to name names, but I just remember just us going, and I remember us driving down a really long street that was full of abandoned warehouses, our stores were all closed, obviously. And I remember it was about 11 o'clock at night, and we were driving down really fast, and we were approaching like a street light, and I could see about like 50 feet away, and I could see like a figure just standing under the street light. And as we were approaching him, I saw he had his thumbs out, and he was obviously hitchhiking. And hitchhiking is illegal in many states, and it's illegal in my state. So me and my friends were just like, what the hell, you're not supposed to hitchhike, right? And so, curiosity out of my friend, I didn't want to do anything with that. But curiosity out of my friend, he thought, why not we turn the car around? He was driving, and he was like, why not we turn the car around? And we just asked him, like, what's good? Like, why are you standing out in the middle of the street at 11 o'clock at night with your thumbs out hitchhiking? It's illegal. And my friend, he drives a police car, or a police modeled car, and it was like a 1990s police car, and it was an actual police car, but they didn't use it as police purposes anymore. So he thought it would be a good idea to turn the car around, and we went into a parking lot that was right next to the man, and we parked about 15 feet away from him, like vertically, like 15 feet away from him. And I remember looking out my friend's window, and you could see him like 15 feet away. And I remember the man didn't have any face. He didn't have a face, but I remember he had a yellow rain jacket, khakis, white hair, and he had a bag, like not a branded bag, but like a cloth bag, like it was homemade or something like that. And my friend was just like, what are you doing? It's illegal to hitchhike. Like, you're not, what are you doing? And the man just walks up to the car slowly, and I remember just looking at the man, and he's approaching the car really slow. And as he got closer and closer, I could make out everything. I could see his face perfectly, everything. But the thing about this man was, he didn't have a face. And this might sound crazy, but I couldn't make out a face. It was either too dark, or it was just something. Like, I could not make out any facial features. And my friend will tell you guys the same thing. He couldn't make out any facial features, which was the most craziest thing. Because this man stood right next to us, basically, and we still couldn't make out a face. But And as my friend was shouting like, stop, 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 or I'm gonna shoot you, because he drives a police car, so he's pretending to be a police officer. The man did not stop, and the man kept on walking towards the car, and the man did not say a single word. A single word throughout this whole thing, the man didn't say a single word. And so me and my friends are just like, holy shit, like what? And so as he got about 3 feet away from the car on the driver's side, my friend was driving, so he got up to my friend's window. My friend just pulls out into the middle of the street quickly as possible. And so we were parked in the middle of the street, and I could see the man behind the car, and he basically walks up to my window. And as he was getting up to my window's open, first of all, because it's like 90 degrees outside, it's really hot. I had my hands up, I was ready to like if I had to kill this dude, I would have done it. As he got up to the passenger window right behind me, I tried to make out a face, and there was just no face. And I shit you not, there was no face. And that's when I was just like, alright, we gotta pull off, like we gotta go, like this is nuts. And as we were pulling off, we drove down the street, and I remember looking in the rear mirror of the car, and I see the man, and he's just standing in the middle of the street just looking at our car like, what? And that was the most creepiest part, because he kept on standing in the middle of the street. And so me and my friends are just like, what the fuck just happened? Like, holy shit, he had no face. We couldn't make out a facial feature, and like, why did he get so close to the car? Like, oh, this shit just gives me chills, like. So me and my friends are just like, alright, like, just forget about it, you know, like, it was just a crazy ass dude, probably on drugs, tripping balls on LSD or some shit. And so I remember we got our Wendy's and shit. It was about 11:30 at night, or maybe close to 12. And from that point, from where the man was to Wendy's, it was about a 10-minute drive. So we live in a suburban area where, like, I live on basically the border of 2 towns, a very dangerous town and then a very wealthy town. And I remember just like, we were on basically the dangerous side of town, so I remember just like, as we were going back home to my friend's house, I remember as we were rolling up to an intersection, I remember looking over to my friend, and I'm looking out of his window, and I see the yellow man again. I see the man again. And I remember he was talking basically to a driver, leaning into the window and probably asking for a hitchhike ride. And that was the most craziest part, because I'm not sure what his intentions were. And I'm positive, or I'm greatly positive, like, that man was either trying to kill someone for that night, or it was just some odd vibe. It was a crazy ass vibe. Like, the vibe I got in my body that night was a vibe I could not explain. It was just scary as fuck. And I remember just looking over, and I see the man again, asking for someone else for a ride. And my friends were just like, holy shit, this dude's about to kill someone, like, holy shit. We weren't sure what was in the bag or anything, but we just drove off and we just went back home. And I had to walk home that night, which is the most craziest part. I had to walk home at like 12 o'clock at night because my friend would not drive me for some reason. I forgot the reason, but I remember walking home and I was just so paranoid, like, looking back, broke my neck like 50 times that whole night, just like making sure no one was behind me. Because the craziest part was I believe the man like transported. Like, he could not walk that distance in such a short amount of time. Like, driving took 10 minutes, so he could not walk that in 10 minutes. It could have took him 30 minutes to just walk that distance. So that's why I really believe he was a spirit, or maybe something like odd, maybe the devil, I'm not sure. But it was just crazy, because I remember looking at him and I couldn't make out any facial features, and I just felt like maybe that was like his aroma or something like that. But I don't even know. That shit was crazy though. Like, I really hope I don't experience anything like that, because that gave an odd vibe, and that sticks with me. Like, I remember that. I'll probably remember that for the rest of my life, like, what I saw. So yeah, I hope if you guys enjoyed that like story overall, please let me know. I have plenty more crazy stories. That's nothing to what I have to tell. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. My name is Tommy, and yeah, catch you guys next time.